Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. Sorry for that little delay. YouTube was messing with me. I hope that you guys are well. Welcome to all my moderators, to all my patrons, members, all my subscribers, and everybody who's going to be subscribing today, and even to all the lurkers. Okay, lurkers mean just people that they watch, they don't subscribe, they don't chat, they're just watching. If you are a lurker, make sure that you do subscribe as well so that you'll know when I'm next going live. Okay, you don't want to miss it because there's always lots to discuss. Oh my goodness, this manhunt. Whoa. The reward, I've put my own little text up there to say reward up to $20,000. We did discuss that yesterday because that's what they shared with us at the press conference. So the reward is now $20,000 and we're going to be discussing a new special forces elite team that's just joined, and they've also got horses as part of the search now. Wow, there's a lot going on. So yes. Thank you so much. Seema says exciting intro. Oh, thank you. And Beth says hi from Kennett Square. I believe there's a lot of searching going on around Kennett Square as well today. Algoma 1, welcome back to Grizzly supporter. Welcome. Thank you so much for being a member. Okay, so I've put the flyer up here in case if you are new here and you haven't really been following this case, but now you see. Yes, there's no longer only two of us talking about it, which was initially myself and then Nick the Hat on Twitter. Now lots of people are talking about it. The whole world is talking about it, which is great because the more information that gets out there, the better. Okay, so please continue to share the flyer. We are looking at this manhunt. What's his name? Danelo Cavalcante. Okay, he escaped the Chester County Prison. I think there's sound at the back. I can hear myself on my own phone. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was checking my settings there. Okay. So Danelo Cavalcante escaped the Chester County Prison on August 31st. So this is day 8. Day 8 of the search. This guy has not been captured yet. But it's today the day. There will be another press conference on the hour, okay? That's what we're here for. I just wanted to start a little earlier because there's always something to talk about. Thank you so much, Lou, for your $20 super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. That's right. Bernard says, track him down, G, crack the case. Oh, I wish I was there. Yes. So there's lots. Everyone's talking about it. Mainstream media's on it. This is great. Share. Please like and share this as well. Hashtag Danelo Cavalcante. Hashtag Grizzly True Crime. Hashtag Manhunt. And please remember that there are victims in this case to always keep in mind as well, and their families who are scared. So I'm going to read you an article as well. So yes, we will have a look at that. Okay, so the flyer, 5-foot man, 120 pounds, black shaggy hair that we saw. Remember that prison escape video we saw yesterday together? If you haven't checked out the video, right after the live stream at the press conference, they shared that escape video, right? Right after that, I filmed the video for you guys, which is in the video section. And there, I looped the video so that you can see it, okay? So we will go over that as well. Let me just quickly take this down so that we can actually look at what the Chester County District Attorney is saying for us here. Okay. So we've got this here. Make it nice and big for you. Heather, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your sticker there. Okay. Now, the Chester County District Attorney's Office said the reward total for information leading to Danelo Cavalcante's capture has been increased to $20,000. He's believed to be in the perimeter of routes 9, 2, 6, and 52, Helendale Road and Creek Road. We looked at that yesterday as well. I'll show you another little map that somebody's been making and adding to, which is actually really phenomenal. Really great that they shared it on social media as well. And so the perimeter has increased a little bit. Yes, it has indeed. And they say anyone with information on his whereabouts should call 911, the PA State Police Command Post at 1-877-926-8332, or anonymously contact the PA Crime Stoppers. So the more numbers they're sharing now. 1-800-4-PA-TIPS 8477 or 3 tips.com/tip form, and there's a whole, you can click on this link as well. I'll share it with you, this Facebook page, especially in the description box afterwards. Should already be there, actually. There will be a press conference today at 3 p.m., which is in 20 minutes from now. So I wanted to make sure that we are all here ready. If you think that that's the press conference, this is from yesterday. This is yesterday's one, from what I understand. Yes. That one's from yesterday. So when today's one happens, we will be live here for it, okay? And we will boost the sound as always, right? Green-eyed PI says, you went to Delaware through Brandywine Creek, in my opinion. I'm glad you said in my opinion at the end there. Yeah, little snappy. You guys are like little snappy. Okay, so we are waiting for this press conference. And then I wanted to quickly show you this article I'm referring to where, and then I'm going to show you a few things, actually. We're going to discuss the new task force that's just joined as well. Slain woman's sister, shame, Deborah's sister, reveals transformation of Pennsylvania fugitive from neighbor to jealous boyfriend. Wow, okay, so they say in a shocking and tragic story that unfolded in Pennsylvania, Danelo Cavalcante, a Brazilian native, went from being a friendly neighbor to a jealous and threatening boyfriend before brutally killing his girlfriend in front of her children 2 years ago. This horrifying incident has left the victim's sister, Sarah Brando, in constant fear, especially after Cavalcante's recent escape from a Pennsylvania prison. If families watching here, please know this is a safe space. Here, we support victims and their families. We are highly protective of them as well, and we want to send them so much love, and just know we got your back. We hope that you feel supported here, and I really hope that they will catch him very, very soon. Never Monday, thank you so much for your sticker as well. Really appreciate it. So they say the neighbor turned nightmare. Deborah Brando, the victim, initially saw Cavalcante as a positive presence in her life. Okay, they were both Brazilians living in the same neighborhood, which is that, I've got it on the maps there. It's kind of near the Phoenixville area, okay? So they say they were both Brazilians living in the same neighborhood, and he was known for being a good neighbor. However, as time passed, his behavior took a dark turn, leaving Deborah and her sister, Sarah, shocked. Oh, yes, Precy, thanks for reminding me of that. You said I tweeted you the weather radar map. Kennett Square is getting severe thunderstorms today. I wonder how that will affect him and the search too, right? Where's he going to hide now? Okay, so it might be easier to find him in that, I wonder. Do you think it'll be easier or harder to find him if it's like a really bad storm, thunderstorm? Okay, so they say here, Cavalcante's relationship with Deborah began on a positive note. Apparently they dated for about 2 years. He was helpful and kind, especially towards Deborah's children. If you are not aware who Deborah is, this is the lady who Cavalcante murdered in April of 2021. And he was arrested in Virginia because he tried to flee. He was arrested there, so he's always trying to flee, of course. He was arrested there, and he spent his time waiting for the trial in the Chester County Prison, which is actually a jail, right? And so when the trial happened, he was found unanimously guilty. He was sentenced to life without parole on August 22nd, and on August 31st, he escaped the prison. We saw how he did it. We'll look at it one more time before the press conference, okay? We've got another more than 15 minutes, 18 minutes or so. So they say, this is who we're talking about. Is Deborah, the victim, what happened. We've talked about it many times. And then also what her sister is thinking and feeling now, right? Christina Laska says 2 years. Yeah, things take time, right? So Cavalcante's relationship with Deborah began on a positive note. He was helpful and kind, especially towards Deborah's children. Sarah recalls how he made Deborah feel less lonely, providing companionship and assistance when needed. The silent transformation. Despite appearing normal on the surface, Cavalcante was always reserved and observant. As Sarah puts it, he seemed normal, but he was always very silent, observant, and reserved. This quiet demeanor concealed the storm brewing within him. And little did they know at the time that he was wanted for murder in Brazil. Eventually, Deborah found out. Prem Ananda, thank you so much. You say you're the best. You're the best of the best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, wait, let me just see what someone said about the storm, eh? ASB412 said the storms are insane. Made me sit up in bed last night. Oh my word. So, then they say, over time, jealousy consumed Cavalcante. According to Sarah, he became increasingly possessive, particularly when he consumed alcohol. So obviously now that he's been in prison, he didn't consume alcohol for over 2 years. I'm highly doubting he's consuming it now, unless he got hold of it, and that's the reason he's dawdling in circles. I don't know. Mama Ford, you said, love you, Gizla, and hello to all our amazing mods. Thank you so much. I'm trying to put your sticker on the screen, but sometimes when we've got so many in chat, for some reason, YouTube, I don't know, the chat glitches and I can't do it. But I appreciate it so much. So, over time, jealousy consumed Cavalcante. According to Sarah, he became increasingly possessive. Hello, coercive control, right? Particularly when he consumed alcohol. He would invade Deborah's privacy by going through her phone and he made menacing threats, warning her of dire consequences if she ever cheated on him. A tragic end. The chilling climax of the story occurred in April of 2021 when Cavalcante brutally murdered Deborah in front of her 2 young children, aged 7 and 4 at the time. He stabbed her 38 times. This horrifying act followed a history of abuse, leading Deborah to file a protection order against him a year earlier. So sad, right? Missy Sword, thank you so much. Just a month ago, Cavalcante was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sarah, who had been living in fear, felt a sense of relief. Sarah is Deborah's sister, right? She felt a sense of relief as justice was served for her sister. However, her sense of security was short-lived. A week. He was sentenced to life without parole, and then 8 days later, he escaped. 9 days later. Oh my word. That must be the worst feeling ever. Michelle Maddock, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So now I'm just letting you know, because we did say, Shane, the families must really be feeling scared, and now we have some evidence of that. There's articles on this now, right? On August 31st, Cavalcante managed to escape from Chester County Prison, located approximately 30 miles west of Philadelphia. This escape triggered a massive manhunt involving hundreds of law enforcement officers. Authorities have emphasized that Cavalcante is extremely dangerous and desperate to avoid capture. The lingering fear, Sarah Brando now responsible. So now everyone will ask, where are the children now? With Deborah's sister Sarah. Sarah, now responsible for both Deborah's children and her own daughter in Pennsylvania, lives in constant fear after Cavalcante's escape. She describes her sleepless nights filled with terror, saying, I haven't slept for many days. Since his escape, I've been waking up with fright at night. I nap and wake up with fright. Shame. Thank you so much, Mary. Really appreciate it. A sister's love. Despite her fear, Sarah remains determined to protect her family and honor her sister's memory. She's taken on the role of providing a better life for Deborah's children, just as her sister had hoped to do by bringing them to the United States. I try my best, right? She says, demonstrating the unwavering love and resilience of a sister left to pick up the pieces of a shattered family. The tragic story of Deborah Brando's transformation from a friendly neighbor to a victim of DV serves as a grim reminder of the importance of recognizing the signs of abuse and seeking help. As law enforcement agencies intensify their efforts to capture Danelo Cavalcante, Sarah Brando's courage and love for her family stand as a beacon of hope. So please, let's show her lots of love. You never know, families oftentimes watching. Please leave some nice comments for them as well. I hope that they know we've got their back. Thank you so much. R. Whip, really appreciate it. Also, I just want to put it out there that I don't only put stickers on the screen. It's just when I'm focusing here, I see the color, it pops up there as a notification for me, and if I miss it, I miss it. So don't want to upset anyone either. I do my best, but I'm seeing all your comments as I go, okay? Johnny said, how and where did they catch him after the murder? In Virginia. He fled to Virginia. I think his friends helped him get a car or something. Yes, so that's where he was caught. A state trooper caught him there. Now, look at the map here that a guy called Andrew has made to show. It's really cool, like how they made this, and they're updating it every day. Sorry, let me move it to the side here. It's showing the search area and how it's expanded, and all these different sightings. You can click on each thing. I'll put this link in the description box for you afterwards so that you can go and click around on it. It's got all the different sightings, last confirmed sightings, all kinds of things. Let's just see this number 8 here. This is State Police searching tracks, 8:50 p.m. 9/6/23. It's really excellent. Let me make it bigger for you so that you can see what I'm looking at. See there? Look at the top. It's good, right? So let's look at number 9 here. This says police search area 11 p.m. on 9/6/23. These are all sightings, I think. Unconfirmed sighting by a Walmart. You guys were saying yesterday he probably wants to go to Walmart, right? Oh my word. Missy Sword, thank you so much. PTSD, unknown human says, PTSD and anxiety attacks. Poor sister must be going through exasperations of these things after this tiny monster escaped from prison. No, right. So terrible. Yes, okay, so now we've still got 10 minutes, 11 minutes till the press conference. Thank you so much, Missy Sword. Really appreciate it. Again, thank you, mods, for also helping me to thank people for the stickers and for becoming members. Sometimes I struggle to do it all. I do my best, but I do struggle as well sometimes. All right. So, what I want to show you quickly, wait. We're looking at the map. We've looked at that. Oh, yes. This is from the Pennsylvania Crime Stoppers now. 1-800-4PA-TIPS. And they've got a little write-up here, age 34. They say Hispanic, male, 5 foot, 120 pounds, hair, black eyes, brown. Okay, so they've got this little, like a summary, right? Details and everything. So there's a warrant as well and information. The Pennsylvania Crime Stoppers is offering a $10,000 reward. So remember, the total combined reward is now $20,000. The Pennsylvania Crime Stoppers is donating $10,000. Chester County, $5,000. I think it's PSP, the other $5,000, right? The Pennsylvania State Police Troop J and the Chester County detectives are searching for 34-year-old Danelo Cavalcante. He escaped the Chester County prison around 8:30 hours this morning. That was on August 31st, 2023. So I'll share this with you as well. Then what I wanted to show you quickly was actually this video that they released, because I see there's some rumors going around now about the door. Okay, so I also saw on social media that somebody knows this guy and went to school with him, and they've actually put his name out there, and I'm like, oh. So there's a little write-up of it on X, formerly known as Twitter, right? So they think that he's an accomplice or a lookout or something. I'll just take that with a pinch or a grain of salt. Remember, in the UK, South Africa, and here we say pinch. In the USA, you guys say grain. We can all say it how we want. There's many ways to speak all over the world. Bailey said, how did the green car that someone saw him, it's not they saw him, they saw someone getting into a green car. They were wearing, like, I think they said a grey shirt and a backpack, right? The police chief himself said it's unrelated yesterday at the press conference. And before that, all over social media, which is Twitter, usually is where, you know, if there's a lot of traction on this case under the hashtag Danelo Cavalcante, someone said that was a false alarm, and that would be someone that was listening to the scanner the whole time, right? Anita said, your maps are incredibly helpful, G. Thank you so much. This map is actually made by someone called Andrew Averill. So thank you, Andrew, for this map that you're making for everyone following this case. I've seen it all over Twitter. It's really, really great. Or X. Now, what I want to show you quickly is this, okay? I'm gonna play it once, and then I'll show you what I mean. So I've already put it in my intro a little bit as well, so you guys can watch it. And I already said what I want to say there. But look at him go, okay? If you didn't see this yesterday, my word. And this is the exact same way that an inmate, Igor Bolt, escaped. He escaped exact same way in May. Oh my word. So there's some rumors going around that in this reflection you can see him jump down the other side, but you can't. It's literally the reflection of the basketball court. As the police chief said, it is a basketball. There was a basketball game happening. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see it yourself, and I'll go frame by frame, okay? We'll go like this. So how do we know? Because we can literally see the basketball. We can literally see it, okay? So we keep going. Look at him. This guy fits perfect. This 5 foot served him in this moment, huh? Look at him. He fits perfectly in that little gap there. Oh my goodness. You gotta be pretty agile, huh? Did anyone try this at home? I bet some of you did. I don't have a wall to try it on. Otherwise, I would have. Like, how strong do you have to be to do that? Miss Pumbaa, welcome, welcome. Okay. Yes, don't ask me. Says, I think it's a reflection of the players. Exactly. So have a look. He goes up. He goes. My gosh. Okay. Now I'm going to go. If it doesn't work on this one, it's sometimes hard to pause these. I'm going to just go frame by frame now. So I'm framing by frame. Hold on. Oh, damn. 007 Angelo says this time he'll be put under the jail. Right? Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Shell. I hope that you stay safe. Keep your eyes peeled. Call 911 if you see anything. All right. So now, let's go here. Wait. We're getting to it. I'm watching carefully here. Another one. There. There, there, there. Right there. So just go back a second. That's a foot. There's a shadow of a ball. There's a ball. That's a basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. These people are sending me things now. Oh my word. So-and-so said that this is a reflection of him jumping. No. No, you gotta look. You gotta put it on your TV, okay? I know there's lots of Grizzlies that actually watch on their TV. Like, big screen viewing. And it's so cute when you guys say me that your cats are like sitting, watching too. Very sweet. Arlene, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So that, you see that basketball there? That's a basketball. They were playing a basketball game. You can see the reflection in this glass. Oh, thank you so much. I can't see your name of your channel. What? Thank you. So there it goes. Now let's do another frame quickly. Oh, there's a foot. Okay, someone running past. It's on the court. And that's it. Okay. I'm going to let it play. Yeah. Now, wait. That's what you guys want to also discuss. What the hell does he have back here? Did he want to look like he's got some booty? Or, I don't think so. I think it's like material or toweling or something that he's got there. There was that one picture of him holding what appears to be like another shirt or a towel or something. And that was probably to help him get through that barbed wire. Darlene said, I used to do this when I was little in the hallway of the house. Objection Cake said, rewind it, make him walk down. I know, right? That would be so great, actually. Play it in reverse. I need to make some editing on my software for that. Yes, that would be so great. Phantom says, you are amazing. Thank you so much, Phantom67. Really appreciate that. Hello, Canada. Okay, we've got how many minutes? Ooh, 4 minutes, you see, and I didn't even get to read you what... Okay, quickly. Let's quickly watch this one more time. Look. Oh, this guy. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna... Just quickly shimmy up this wall here. What? 11 seconds. We went over it yesterday. There we go. Agent Scully wannabe, thank you. Look now. Look in the reflection. Look at it. Focus. There. Ball. Basketball. That's it. So, yeah, I think it was a towel. There we go. Rosemary said, a towel for the razor wire. That's what I'm thinking as well. Okay. Yes, and I've got this video uploaded and looped under the video section. Okay, I made that for you. And it's a recap for anyone who's pressed for time. Okay, there's a whole little recap for you and a looped video. So that you can use the little toggle switch and play it at half speed, 1.5 speed if you really want. As slow as you want, many times. Keep watching it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, look at this guy go. Oh, my word. So we're going there. Now, today, let me just tell you this. Why does this not show? Wait. It's not capture. Okay, wait. Need to, again, move things around. There we go. You know who joined the team today, you guys? Who joined the search team? BORTAC. Border Patrol Tactical Unit. Now we're talking. I know night vision goggles and things are cool, but this team is like ultra cool. These are the elites, okay? Border Patrol Tactical Unit provides an immediate response capability to emergent and high-risk incidents requiring specialized skills and tactics. BORTAC has a cadre of full-time team members and headquartered in El Paso, Texas, and non-full-time members dispersed throughout the United States. The teams can be called upon to deploy immediately when needed. Huh? That's pretty cool. Evie said a whole year and a half. Oh, nice. Oh, a whole half year. Thanks for your dedication and hard work, along with a safe place for all of us Grizzlies. Thank you, Evie. Ooh, Objection Cake said maybe a cell phone wrapped up in a towel. I got another email from someone who knows how the prison works, the jail, and they said that while the inmates don't generally have cell phones, they do. Some of them do have tablets. So imagine if he's got a tablet with him. Like, damn. Okay, wait, now it's... What do you mean now it's on? Is it on? Maybe you were trying to tell me. Okay, wait. Refresh the page. More, and we go to live, and we're going to boost if we need to. No, it's not on. I can't see it. Don't give me false alarms. I'm like, wait, what? We don't want to miss it. Okay. But it is going to start in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. But they did catch us yesterday. They were like starting 1 minute early. Okay. I think it's the same tower. Someone says, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I think it's the same tower that he appears, or probably towel, right? That he appears to have in his hand in his picture published later on. Okay, so while we wait for, I'm just waiting for that press conference. Let me quickly get that picture for you. Wait for it. I think it's this one. Yes, let's find it. Wait. I think I've got it here. All these pictures of him trimming up the wall. What? Here we go. This picture right here. Okay, this one. Yeah, it's probably this. It's probably Izzy's towel, right? Yes. Okay. So it probably is that. This guy. Oh, word. Day 8. Day 8. Okay, let's put this back on. So yes, I'm very excited to hear about what they say about BORTAC joining. They can survive in the woods for a long time. They can be out there probably in all weather as well. Maybe they saw the weather forecast and they were like, oh my word. We need to get this team in. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, they haven't started yet. Still waiting. Still waiting. 1 minute. Let me quickly go and check out the flight radar just to see what's happening. Okay, flight radar. I don't want to miss it now. There is a lot of activity over this Longwood Gardens area today. I upgraded my flight radar account today because I figure we use it so much. Why not? Okay, Sam Fadden, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And also, let me show you this. It's almost like my flight sim. We can do a 3D view of that exact aircraft we're following. I think it's so cool. Look at it go. What? Yes, we can follow along like this. Don't get dizzy now. I'm not flying. They are. So I think this is a very cool way as well. Okay, let's just go back here. We're going to go back to the 2D view. You can see they are over this Longwood Gardens area a lot today. A lot, okay? So, yes, now we're going to go here. There we go. Told you, yeah.
So they can make informed decisions about school operations. I've told you all previously that we're utilizing hundreds of state, local, and federal law enforcement officers, canines, aviation assets, and various types of technology in an effort to keep the community safe and to bring this to as swift of a conclusion as possible. I'd like to provide the media and the public an opportunity for some insight of the scope of the operation that we've put in place. Following the press conference today, I'll provide you all details of how we can make that happen. As a reminder, we're asking the public's help by familiarizing themselves with the photograph and description of Cavalcante, to check security cameras they have, and to call us immediately if they believe they may have seen him. Again, we ask residents to please secure homes, outbuildings, and vehicles. Cavalcante has clearly already obtained some clothing and other unknown supplies, and we want to minimize any opportunity that he might have to get anything more. It is very important we keep the pressure on him as we continue this hunt. Cavalcante is considered extremely dangerous, and there is a reward of up to $20,000 offered for information leading to the capture of Cavalcante. Anyone with information is asked to call our tip line at 717-562-2987. 717-562-2987. I continue to thank the community for their support and for allowing us the latitude to do our jobs while they deal with what I know are extremely stressful circumstances. We appreciate you all more than you know. And I wanted to also, because we've had a number of inquiries, I mentioned an injury to one of our tactical dogs the other day, Loki, and I wanted to provide you all just a brief update. He is doing well, has been released from the hospital earlier today, and is expected to make a full recovery and return to work within the next week. And with that, we will be happy to take any questions that you might have.
Can you provide some details of the Longwood Gardens event? We saw the helicopter drop very low right off the deck and seemed to try to spread the underbrush.
So an individual reported that that he had seen someone matching that description, and he provided us a location that he had seen them running through that area, and so searchers have gone to that area. We're using people on foot. We have horses out there as well that are assisting with the search, tactical teams, and of course the aviation assets that you mentioned.
How big is that area? How close is this search to that trail camera location?
It's not very far from that location.
Which schools were removed from the search zone?
That was the Greenwood Elementary and Chadds Ford Elementary.
So how big is this radius now that we're looking at? I mean, initially it started within that 2-mile radius, then it moved to Longwood, then it was sort of
Yes.
east. Can you give us just an exact distance that you're searching over the entire
Yes,
footprint?
so it's about an 8 to 10 square mile area that we're looking at right now. It's a couple of miles across, but the total mileage would be about 8 to 10 square miles.
Yeah,
Is there any
what is the
validity,
outside of it?
is there any validity that he was actually at Walmart in East Marble Township? There was reported sightings there.
I'm aware of that report, and we do not believe that was him.
Do you have
And
a
given,
strategy?
and given the newly released footage yesterday of his escape, and he is so agile, has law enforcement been looking up in trees and the foliage? Have you all been looking in the stormwater management within these neighborhoods? And then also, have you been going door to door in various neighborhoods for welfare checks?
Yes, to all of those, it's been a very thorough search.
Colonel, do you have a strategy for preventing him from escaping via the Brandywine Creek, which runs all the way to the Delaware River?
We do.
Can you elaborate on that?
No.
Colonel, what time was the sighting near Longwood reported?
Just before noon.
Today?
Yes.
Colonel, do you still believe he's within this 8 to 10 mile perimeter that you've set up?
I have every reason to believe he is still within that perimeter, yes, sir.
Can you tell us why you have every reason to believe so?
We have had no sightings outside of that area. We have maintained as secure a perimeter as we possibly could. And then as recently as today, we have another reported sighting.
What are the current sides of your perimeter?
So it is bordered on the north by 926, on the east by 100 or Creek Road, on the south by Hillendale, and on the west by 52.
Colonel, how much bigger is this perimeter today than, say, last Friday?
It is larger. I couldn't tell you what the difference in size is, though, off the top of my head.
But this is the same as yesterday, right?
It is.
Colonel, is there any evidence that he has obtained a weapon? Anything new on that front?
I do not have any evidence to that effect, sir.
With the mushroom
I'm sorry, just
festival returning this
I'm
weekend?
sorry, just a minute, ma'am.
You mentioned the heat. We obviously know it had an effect on the canine officer. Is there any truth that the heat may have impacted thermal cameras at the prison that may have been heated or not have been working at the time of Cavalcante's escape?
I couldn't speak to what effect anything would have on the cameras at the prison.
Can you talk about the effect on the law enforcement members on the ground with the heat working through the day?
Oh, it makes it very challenging. Certainly all of you have been out in this weather, high temperatures, high humidity. They're wearing, uniforms with bullet-resistant vests, carrying a lot of equipment. It certainly adds to the challenge. With that said, I have not heard a single complaint, and I believe our people are up to the task. But
Do they get some break time, cool down time, water breaks?
if someone needs it, we absolutely get them some rest. But typically, what we've been doing is we're transporting fluids, food, those kinds of things to sustain them and keep them well hydrated out to their locations. Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much. Two questions here. The Mushroom Festival returns for the 28th year in Kennett Square, which is a couple miles from East Marble, Longwood Gardens. The Mushroom Festival will return as planned. Our law enforcement, state agencies, federal agencies working very closely with local police to ensure that the escapee will not go towards the borough, because some people are planning not to attend this year due to the escaped convict, even though he has not been spotted there. So any thoughts on that?
Well, we're working very hard to capture the escaped convict and not allow him to go anywhere.
And then last
But along with that, yes, we are well aware of that festival, and we are working with authorities, a number of authorities, law enforcement, emergency management, and so forth, to try and make sure that people feel very safe at that festival.
Yeah, and last question, in terms of how technology has changed from 1999 when Norman Johnson escaped, he was here for about 3 weeks in Chester County, again, back in 1999.
We went
How
over
has
that
technology
yesterday.
changed that is supporting your efforts to find him? Any thoughts on that?
As with your cell phone, it's changed dramatically in that amount of time. And so we take advantage of some of the latest state-of-the-art options that are available. And so when I've mentioned here before, we use a wide array of technology. We have a number of federal partners here with us that I've talked about previously. All of the assets of all of our agencies are brought to bear.
If North Creek Road is the eastern perimeter, how did you decide to remove Chatsford Elementary School from the search area?
We carved it out by putting additional officers around there. We cleared that property and then put officers around it so that we could carve that piece out.
The property at the school?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Colonel, as you know, another prisoner escaped earlier this year from Warren County.
Yes.
And was found some days later hiding out in the woods. So it seems like there's sort of a parallel to be drawn here between the two different types of manhunts. I'm wondering if you have any thoughts on how that situation compared to the search now, and if there are sort of like differences between the two that explains the challenge that you're experiencing here.
You know, and those are two of the more recent, this one and that are two of the more recent examples that we've had. There are similarities between any situation for a manhunt like this. So we try to learn something from each of those incidents that we handle, take from that how to run a smoother operation. Our partners, in many cases, are the same. In fact, some of the people that are here from the federal agencies are some of the same teams and resources. I was on the Warren County search as well. So there's some of the same resources. Again, all of us take lessons learned from it. We adapt those to the different circumstances we find. And, you know, there are different challenges with every particular search. If we moved 20 miles down the road, there would perhaps be some different challenges than what we have here. We would adjust to those. Yes, sir.
There's been some speculation in the media that the heat-seeking technology, thermal imaging technology that you would use is not working because it's so hot. Is that correct? Is all the technology you're using in that regard working the way it should because of the heat?
It is.
It is. There's no
Weather can certainly have an impact on it, but it does not take that technology out of the game at all. At times, to use the example of thermal imaging, you can get some additional hot spots, rocks, different things like that can cause a hot spot, but it requires you to check a few more things, but it does not diminish our desire to use it.
Lieutenant, are you concerned that he is growing more desperate and yet more dangerous the time that he spends out in this weather and being hunted by you?
I believe he becomes more desperate. I believe he has always been very dangerous, and I've said that from the start. He's already murdered 2 people, one in Brazil and one here, in a very brutal manner. He's a very dangerous individual, and he remains so.
But
Is
now
this the eighth confirmed sighting, or are there more? And can you kind of walk us through those 8? Because it seems like he's going back and forth, or are we out of order on the sighting numbers?
I don't have all of those other sightings here in front of me, but I can get that for you, and we can talk about it another time. But yes,
So 8 is correct?
Yes, sir, it would be 8.
What about homes? We know you've checked some homes before. Are you going back and rechecking homes? And if nobody's home, what are you doing? Are you checking with relatives just to make sure he's not in there?
We are checking homes. We're talking to neighbors if we don't find somebody at that home, and then each one is handled on an individual basis. We typically can check, tax records, county records, to try and find an owner if we're just completely unsuccessful. But the biggest thing we look for immediately while we're there is any sign at all of forced entry. And we have found some open homes, and in those cases we try to obtain permission. Otherwise, through exigent circumstances, we can at least make sure that that home is not occupied by
Is there
him.
indication that he's gotten into any of these homes? I mean, we've had people contact us saying they believe things have been taken or moved. On your end,
I have not been able to confirm a single case to this point. It doesn't mean he hasn't, but I have not been able to confirm a single
The
case.
family that said he was downstairs when they were upstairs. The family that said that he flipped
Yes.
the lights.
Yes.
That's not a confirmed entry.
I don't doubt that someone was down there. I cannot confirm that it was him.
So that doesn't count in your 8?
Have additional special forces arrived, sir?
We have had tactical teams from all over the country come in and continue to come in. We have some additional resources that are arriving today, and part of the team arrived yesterday and will arrive today, and will become operational by tomorrow. So one of the things when I talk about after the press conference being able to give you some additional insight of how we can do this, we'll have an opportunity to talk about some of those teams tomorrow and give you some idea. I think, and I'll come back to some of your questions here in a minute, but I think what I would like you all to see is that there is an amazing operation going on here. There's a collaboration between local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies This is not simply a situation where we have a police dispatcher sitting and taking a call and dispatching a police car to go and follow this up. It is a very sophisticated, well-staffed operation that I believe, again, when you have an opportunity to see some of that, there are some portions, obviously, that I can't show you everything, but I think you would have an opportunity to see enough of it to truly come away with an understanding of the effort that is being made to ensure that we end this as quickly as possible, to ensure the safety of the community. We absolutely understand their concern. I get it as a parent, why other parents are concerned about their children going to school, playing in the yard, all of those kinds of things. Again, having been involved in a number of these searches, it is the same with every one of those, and we want to end this as quickly as possible. We'll throw every available resource at it to do
Do you
it.
still have a sense of
With your confidence knowing that he's going back and forth from the same places again and again, what does that do to bolster some morale out here, or does it bolster? And what does that mean for your containment area?
There is no impact on morale, as I said a few minutes ago. I have yet to hear a single complaint. I interact with our people. We have shift changes where we brief out, outgoing troopers and officers. The morale is high, and I talk to them when they come in after a lengthy shift and working in these conditions. Morale remains high. These are people who are volunteering to come here, many from out of the area, who are volunteering. Now, in the case of state police, they're being paid. So I don't mean it to sound as though they're just volunteers, but they are asking their commanders to send them here. That's how high the morale is.
Any sense of where he's going now, and then can you confirm that there was no equipment failure at the prison as it related to any heat that may have impacted any of the cameras or technology there that could have aided in his escape?
I cannot speak again to the technology at the prison. That is not my focus at this point in time. My focus is on capturing him. There is an ongoing investigation there that I'm sure will reveal if there was any kind of a failure, or whether it was a failure of an individual or a group of individuals. That will all be determined and acted on appropriately. But for right now, again, the priority for me and our focus is on getting him back into custody.
Well, you do have a sense of where he's going then?
I have some ideas. Again, I can't get inside his head. I wish I could. I wish I could go right to where he is. So we use our experience, we use the information that's available to us, and then we also use any number of different techniques to try and push him, to try and get him to make a mistake, and to detect that mistake when it occurs.
Was there a search of the
Just one second, the gentleman back here.
Can you explain why you can't just have this perimeter and then squeeze in and get him? Obviously, it's not that simple, you would have done it, but
Yes.
Why doesn't that work?
For a number of reasons, it doesn't work. First of all, it's not just a perfect open piece of land that you can just march through. You've got businesses, residences, highways, hills, valleys, wooded areas that can't be pushed through. The number of people that it would take to contain that area and be able to walk shoulder to shoulder through that area and squeeze, and the amount of time that it would take, it's just simply not realistic to do that. If we were talking about one city block or something like that, it would be a different story. It's just too large of an area to be able to squeeze in and push like that.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel, could you provide an estimate as to how many personnel are currently at Longwood Gardens trying to track this guy down right now? And what tactics and what technology is being used at Longwood Gardens?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't speculate. It'd be a large number of people. We don't break the perimeter, so we're not moving every single person there. We want to keep the perimeter secure while we move response teams there. And so I mentioned, tactical teams, aviation, mounted detail, some other foot searchers besides the tactical teams, canines. All of that is brought to bear in terms of the specific number. I couldn't give that to you off the top of my head.
At night still? Can you just confirm the account of the man who says he broke into his house?
I'm sorry?
There was a report of the man that says that
Yes.
he broke into his house,
Mhm.
and also whether you're using bloodhounds. Right now.
We are using tracking dogs And yes, I believe the account that someone broke in. I'm saying I can't conclusively prove that it was him.
Has he left any traces that you have found? Traces of anything? Traces of clothing, food, like the one in Western Pennsylvania, campsites? Has he left any traces at all?
We have not recovered anything that I can conclusively say was his at this point.
Lieutenant Colonel, there was a lot of speculation yesterday about his training as a survivalist. A few years back, you led the search for Eric Frein in the Poconos. Can you talk a little bit about the difference between that search, which went on for about 48 days, and the search you're currently taking through?
Again, as I said earlier, there are a lot of similarities between any of these searches. The difference there was the level of violence. We knew Frein was armed, and so both very violent individuals, very dangerous individuals. The difference is with Frein, you're hunting for a person with a rifle that will penetrate the body armor of any of the officers that are out there, and did penetrate the body armor of the corporal that he killed. And so it brings a different dynamic to that search. But there are a lot of similarities in the search as well. And again, that's where I tell you that we try to take lessons from all of those and bring those to the next job.
So Longwood Gardens is west of 52. Is that outside your perimeter? And I believe today was the first day it was open. Was it
Yes,
open?
Longwood Gardens proper is out there. They have additional property that is within the perimeter, and it's in the vicinity of that that I'm speaking.
And was that area was not open to the public today because it was inside the perimeter?
I can't speak to whether Longwood Gardens had that piece open or not. There wasn't anybody in there.
So not all of Longwood Gardens is in the perimeter, correct?
Correct.
Do you still have men searching at night?
Yes.
Lieutenant, this is a question maybe for the district attorney or the chief. Neighbors adjacent to the prison spoke to us today about their concerns for their safety, not
They're doing map
the first
time.
time that someone escaped from the prison, but now the second time. They are curious about alerts. In May, they're on record today saying that in May, there was no siren, there was no warning. I know you don't speak for the county, but as the chief law enforcement officer for Chester County, how can you assure these neighbors that they're not everyone for themselves out there on their properties?
So I understand that alerts do go out. The first prison escape in May, he was captured within 5 minutes, is my understanding. So I don't even know if there was a time for an alert to go out, but I don't know that information.
20 minutes,
They are
apparently.
sending out alerts repeatedly through reverse 911 calls, and they keep expanding the perimeter and the radius to where they send those locations or those notifications. So they are on high alert, and those communities that are affected immediately are alerted right away. So I know that the time frame is very rapid from when they are alerted and until when they have an incident.
Concerned though that, I know it's under investigation, but this is supposed to be a facility that holds in these dangerous people. This guy is convicted of murder.
Absolutely. This is an outrage. This should have never happened. You know that I was the prosecutor who was assigned to this case, and I helped convict this man, and he was sentenced to life without parole. We're all upset. We're all concerned, and there will be a thorough investigation, and that will be made public at some point.
District Attorney Ryan, can you speak to the victim of Deborah for a moment and her family? And I'm assuming that the family has protection right now, even though he's not near them.
They do have protection, and they are terrified. They haven't left their home. They're barricaded inside and very concerned about their safety. We do have police detail around them 24 hours a day, but I know they're very, very worried.
Ms. Ryan,
When he's caught, do you send him back to Chester County Prison?
He will not be going back to Chester County Prison.
and when captured, what charges might he face? What does this bring from a criminal liability?
He's charged with escape right now. That's a felony.
Where will he go if not to Chester County Prison?
He'll go to a state correctional institution.
The one that he was sentenced to?
He hadn't been assigned to anyone yet. He was on the way to Smithfield to be assigned to another location.
Sorry if this was already asked, but will you all release the video of the Deborah escape?
No, we're not focusing on that right now. Our primary mission is to get this guy in custody. That's where all of our attention is focused at this moment.
Ms. Ryan, did your office answer the motion seeking a retrial or a resentencing for this defendant, Mr. Cavalcante? Did you? I know the judge denied, but did your office have a response to their pursuing a new trial?
We did not respond. The judge decided that on his own. Yes.
Just a follow-up question for Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. We've talked to someone who has taken it upon himself to enter into wooded areas and look for Cavalcante. Obviously, this is someone who believes they're vigilante in this case. What is your message to people who may think that they would be empowered to do such things?
First of all, they have no authority other than that of a private citizen to do it. They are risking drawing away law enforcement resources because someone else may see them and report them, and we end up having to go investigate that and draw resources away. So I would ask them not to do it. I can't prevent them from doing it, but they have no authority and run the risk of, depending on what action they take, getting themselves in trouble.
Just to confirm that, so the most recent sighting, you said was at Longwood Gardens, but it's not Longwood Gardens?
No, I said it was in the vicinity. It was near Longwood Gardens.
In the vicinity.
Yes.
In the vicinity of the property, that's not the primary Longwood Gardens property?
Yes.
Additional that's in the search area?
Yes, sir.
Is it Longwood Gardens property or near Longwood Gardens?
I don't know, sir. I wasn't out there personally on that one. It was in that vicinity. I just know where the report was, and it was very close to where the camera was, which was on Longwood Gardens
Lieutenant
property.
Colonel, what would you say to those who say that he's winning right now? It's 8 days, he's up against hundreds of your people, you've got technology, he's got barely nothing to eat, and you can't catch him. He's winning so far, not you.
Well, we've chased people for a lot longer than this and ultimately brought them to justice. As I've said before, we're not going anywhere. We will eventually capture him, and when we do, he's going to prison. I don't consider that winning.
There were some neighbors near the area where he was spotted by the creek who were concerned that bloodhounds weren't being used and that the scent may have been anyway lost in the creek itself. Are bloodhounds part of what you're using to try to track him?
I don't have bloodhounds at this particular scene, but I've got other tracking dogs that we have confidence in and I'm told can perform in a very similar manner. And by the way, we have them from a number of agencies as well.
Just to clarify, so the heat isn't impacting any of the tech that you're using to search for him day and night?
Correct.
Is there any reason, I asked this yesterday, I asked the same question, is there any reason to believe he's getting or gotten help from anyone outside of jail?
It's something that I am always concerned about, but I'm not prepared to discuss that in any further detail at this point. We are always looking for that, and we continue to look for that, because even if it doesn't happen at the beginning, it sometimes can happen at a later point in the hunt. And so it's something we're always aware of, but I'm not prepared to discuss it any
There was a
further.
report that there was a train stopped and searched in the Route 1 area. Don't you think that?
There was a train that was stopped there. The railroads have been cooperative with us. For the most part, what they've been doing is stopping at their normal stop, and we can utilize others for surveillance to make sure that no one else boards the train, so that we don't disrupt the train
Do you know
traffic.
when that stop occurred?
No, I don't.
Does he
There
have-
have been a number of trains over the last several days that have come through there.
Does he have relatives in, this was brought up yesterday, and I don't remember what the answer was, but does he have relatives in Maryland who he may be trying to get to? That's one thing I've heard, but I can't, that's speculation. But does he have relatives in Maryland? Does he have relatives near here who he's been trying to get to? Can you tell us anything about whether you've talked to them?
He has relatives in the general area here. Offhand, I'm not familiar with anyone in Maryland. If he's trying to get to those, I wouldn't be able to tell you that at this point.
Have you spoken to them? Have you tried to get cooperation from them?
We have spoken to relatives, and I can't go any further than that.
Yesterday you said something about you still believe he's heading south, but you couldn't elaborate on that. Can you go further today?
No. Okay. All right. Again, thank you very much for your help in getting this word out, keeping the public informed, and we'll talk afterward here about tomorrow. Okay? Thank you.
Why don't you talk now about tomorrow? Right? Okay, wait. We want to refresh the page. Refresh the page. I just want to catch what they said at the beginning there. I think we missed like 30 seconds of it. Told you. We refresh. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, let's go over some notes as well while we're at it. Remember, there's a $20,000 reward now. And yesterday they talked about the perimeter. Let me put on the map quickly. I'll come back to this in a moment. let's just, there was a different map that I want to show you. They talked about Route 926 on the northern end, 100 and Creek Road on the eastern end, Hillendale on the southern end, and 52. Well, actually, this is a good map. This is a good map. Yeah, 52, 926, Hillendale. We'll map it out again. But this is the area where there's been potential sightings, where they're searching, and all of that. So if you didn't see yesterday's live stream, we did map out the entire perimeter. They've said now, which is interesting how they answered, but what about Longwood Gardens? Because it's just actually outside of that exact perimeter that they just described. So I was telling you, there's been a lot of flight activity over look, literally it's still going on right now. Look at them go over this Longwood area. Longwood Veterinary Center. What else have they got here? Locals, what's going on over here? Chester County, Brandywine Valley. Okay. Longwood Gardens is there. That looks like a beautiful place from everything you guys are sending me that are locals. Main Fountain Garden and all that. So check it out. You see? That matches what they're saying. I think that must obviously then mean one of the sightings that they said was sometime today must have been in this area. Sipe, I hope I say your name right every time. Thank you so much. Oh my word. A $100 sticker. What? Thank you so much. Can I spoil Mr. Grizzly and Fury with it too? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Whoa. So, let me just... Okay. Let's do one thing at a time. Let's go back to this and just see the beginning. I just want to see.
Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, Deputy Commissioner of Operations for the Pennsylvania State Police. Joining me today is District Attorney Deb Ryan, Chief County Detective David Sassa, Rob Clark from the U.S. Marshals Office, Chester County Commissioner and Prison Board President Josh Maxwell, and Acting Chester County Prison Warden Howard Holland. As you know, on the morning of Thursday, August 31st, inmate Danelo Cavalcante escaped from the Chester County Prison.
Yes.
In a few minutes, I'll provide an update on where we stand with the status of the manhunt for Cavalcante. But
I just want to hear this first minute, okay? Just in case we missed the schools that are now reopening and which ones are closing, okay?
first, I know you all and the public have had a number of questions about the actual escape made by Cavalcante. I'm going to turn this over to Acting Warden Holland to talk about that. I'd ask that following his remarks, you hold any questions until the end of our briefing, and we will be happy to take questions at that time.
Thank you, sir. I just want to...
No, this was from yesterday. Damn it!
ensure that we know the gravity of the situation.
Stand by. We saw that yesterday. Okay, we're going to get to back to the beginning of the one once they put the past one up. Okay, All's Art said, note, the press conference is smoke and mirrors simply to tickle the citizens' ears, give calming effects, but in reality they are hardcore implementing tactical plans, putting them in motion. And they've got a lot more support, right? We're going to go over a few more things. I still want to tell you about this U.S. Customs and Border Protection, BORTAC, Border Patrol Tactical Unit, has now arrived on scene. They've also got horses helping in the search as well. And I must say, don't you think they're a little bit calmer at this press conference today? I wonder. The energy feels pretty calm. Yeah, I was watching yesterday's. I was indeed. I was like, wait a minute, what? This feels like deja vu. Well, we're looking at the perimeter. Okay, so let's quickly just go over some notes from today, and then when they upload that properly, then I will go over that. So they said it's very important to continue to sharing locally, of course, his and the surrounding areas, his photograph and description. Why? Because you just don't know who doesn't know about it. You know? We'll watch this while we talk. You just don't know. He hasn't seen a picture of him. So it would be great to keep on sharing a photograph, description, the flyer, and then to keep on monitoring your surveillance in the area. I mean, damn, if you live in this area and the surrounds in that perimeter today, here's that Brandywine Creek as well they were looking at yesterday. Please do look at your surveillance cameras. I mean, even if you have a business here or whatever it is, and all over the perimeter, as I say. Melanie said, Grizzly to crime. He said a 10 square mile, 8 to 10 square mile search area, and 9 square mile area is only 1.5 miles from the center. Seems quite small. Yeah, they're still focusing on that perimeter area, right? Okay, so then they said there was a potential sighting at Walmart today, but the police chief said he does not believe that was him. NEP said the prosecutor sounded understandably emotional. Yes, indeed. Okay, I hope that you've caught up on all the press conferences. There's so many of them that I've now updated my thumbnails and titles to make sure that you guys know from the playlist. It's like, we started covering this on day 4 of his escape. And then it's like day 4, day 5, day 6, which press conferences. It's all now chronological for you, okay? So there was a sighting potentially at a Walmart. They said it wasn't, they don't believe it was him. There's horses now assisting. There's tactical teams, which is that BORTAC team that's also joined, and a few others. They do have drones, dogs, but not bloodhounds. Other tracker dogs, but from many different agencies. They said they believe he's still in the perimeter. When asked again, why do you believe he's still in the perimeter? They say because of all these last sightings, and they just do not believe that he's left the area. Interesting that he's going around here, that they're searching around here again today, this sort of area, because of that deer cam that spotted him. So is he going south again? He's going south again, because that would mean if it was him that was spotted, then he was going southward, back northward, then eastward, then Brandywine Creek, and now he's going back southward again. Whoa. The Evil CJ Show said, thank you for your hard work, efforts in covering this manhunt for us all. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yes, Ether, that's what I was saying earlier. I've just upgraded mine to get a 3D view as well. I love it so much. Look at it go. So we can play that for you while I talk you through some of these summaries that I've written down for you. Also, welcome to Cop Facts in chat. If you don't know who Cop Facts is, you got to check out his channel, Cop Facts, COPFAXS, XX. So check out Cop Facts. Mods, if you do have a link for that, that would be amazing. Okay, so we're looking at the 3D view of this. Remember, I'm not flying this. This is not my flight simulator that you might have seen me fly. This is literally flightradar24.com, and we're monitoring this chopper on a 3D view flying over that Longwood Gardens area. Okay, so that's what I put on here for you, because I upgraded my flight radar account so that we can do this. Gina said he's waiting for someone to pick him up at Longwood Gardens. That's why he keeps going there. Ooh, that was one of my theories yesterday, is if he keeps on going back to a certain area or staying in the perimeter, why would he do that? One of my speculations is, well, what if he's made some arrangements for someone to pick him up? And it's a little bit concerning that, of course, the police chief there said that he does have family, relatives in the area. Now, we know about family and friends in the Phoenixville area and King of Prussia. Am I now saying it right? It looks to me like Prussia. Prussia? In that area is where he's from. But if he has family or friends or associates, which could also be gang associates, because he was in a gang in Brazil, what kind of associates does he have? You know, did he even call someone before he escaped, or what? You know what I mean? I do not believe, based on what we know, that he has a cell phone, but you just never know. They did not want to answer that question yesterday. Okay, well, where's this one going? Damn, what a view. No, you're scaring us now. Why are you flying like that? So, keep it together. So, the thing is, he could have one, though, because contraband is always a problem, right? Okay, yes, Coppo says Prussia like Russia. Thank you. I got it eventually. So, they did say, someone that knows how that specific jail works. Okay, no, this view is just like literally not working for me. Oh, hell no, don't do that. We're just going to watch it like this. Much better. Okay, they said they normally get tablets these days. So imagine if he went with a tablet. It didn't look like it. I'm not sure if that's what's in the back there. It looked like a towel or something. It would be hard to get out with a tablet. Oh my goodness. Unless he like strapped it to his chest or something. You just never know though. Dawn Day, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. They also said there's a mushroom festival coming up. A mushroom festival at Kennett Square, where there would be approximately, someone here in chat, a local said 100,000 people going. Well, damn, keep your eyes peeled, okay? Keep your eyes peeled. Imagine if he's like really into mushrooms, like as in to eat them, right? He's like, yes, I'm going to that mushroom. Or what? Keep your eyes peeled, you just never know. Okay, so that is happening at Kennett Square coming up. I'm not sure of the dates. If you are local and you know exactly, let me know. So they said there's local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies working this manhunt right now. This is a massive manhunt. Day 8. Day 8, he must be getting really tired by now. Sure, imagine the stress. Imagine it's been so hot. The stress and everything. And now there's also going to be apparently quite a lot of storms coming up as well. Bally Mahon Street or St. Thank you so much. Why are they not extensively searching throughout all vehicles? Saw on a video just speaking to a person and no search through truck, or trunks of cars. I think it's because they believe he's not going to, I don't know how to answer that, except that they said they believe they've got police cars everywhere in this perimeter, right? So if he breaks out of that perimeter, they should spot him on a road or something. But interesting. I mean, wow, how scary it would be if someone tries to help him. What? They said the priority and focus is getting him back into custody. Of course, they can use deadly force if he does not surrender. They're looking at Longwood Gardens. They're keeping the perimeter secure. Tracking dogs, not bloodhounds, but from multiple agencies. They are policing, helping surveil the homes, I suppose, of Deborah's, the victims. Okay, the lady that he murdered in April of 2021, her family's home, and her children as well that stay with her sister in that Phoenixville area. Also because he knows a lot of people in that area, so they must be terrified that he's going to have connections and come back to the area. That would be really scary. Okay, they're leaving the area for now. Bernie, Heaven, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Kathy says, Mushroom Festival, everybody should wear body cams. I know, right? Earth Daddy said the tablets they get are not capable of connecting to Wi-Fi or internet. They can only download content by connecting them to kiosks within the prison. And I guess once downloaded, like a mapper or something, I just don't know if it's feasible that he would escape with a tablet, right? But you just never know. Damn, Kate Smith said Chester County's 61 mushroom farms are responsible for over 400 million pounds of mushrooms. About half of all produced in the US. That sounds like the Netherlands, where I live, and flowers. Right? Damn, okay. So, and I'm glad to hear that Deborah's family has the support of the police, that they're helping them stay safe as well. They said that if he's captured, he'll go to a state correctional institute. Okay. And they're also looking at the trains, which we looked at yesterday. We looked at that they are looking at the train tracks and things like that, because they spotted someone heading towards there, and that Brandywine Creek has some railway lines going in that area. So they are stopping, well, when the trains stop, they are checking who boards and searching there as well. Because people were very worried that it's going to, of course it's a concern, that he will get onto a cargo train or something. So they said relatives are in the general area here, is how it was worded. So that was interesting as well. Oh, here comes another aircraft. This one's going back. Okay, so now I'm just going to quickly go to this and refresh it again. 42 minutes ago. Now we can look at the beginning.
Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, Deputy Commissioner of Operations with Pennsylvania State Police. Joining me today is District Attorney Deb Ryan and Chief County Detective David Sassa. As you know, on the morning of Thursday, August 31st, inmate Danelo Cavalcante escaped from the Chester County Prison. As an update, earlier today we had a possible sighting of Cavalcante by a person in the vicinity of Longwood Gardens. A search of that area has been underway for the past few hours and continues at this time. Our search perimeter remains unchanged, with the exception that we have thoroughly searched the area around 2 elementary schools previously contained within the perimeter and have adjusted the perimeter to exclude both schools from the perimeter area. We've done this in an effort to minimize the impact on students and their families while we continue with our search efforts. The District Attorney and I have an ongoing dialogue with school districts in the area and are committed to providing them the most up-to-date information so they can make informed decisions about school operations. I've told you all previously that we're utilizing hundreds of state, local, and federal law enforcement officers, canines, aviation assets, and various types of technology in an effort to keep the community safe and to bring this to as swift of a conclusion as possible. I'd like to provide the media and the public an opportunity for some insight of the scope of the operation that we've put in place. Following the press conference today, I'll provide you all details of how we can make that happen. As a reminder, we're asking the public's help by familiarizing themselves with the photograph and description.
So that's what we missed there. Okay, so they're keeping everyone informed. There's also that Ready Chesco link that I put in the description box for you, so go and check that out too if you want alerts from the area. Okay, let me just quickly see. Alyssa says as a survivalist, but we don't know that he's a survivalist. That's something that's not gained traction on social media. It was actually the guy that escaped in May that was a survivalist, they said. So now it's just becoming part of the story because they escaped the same way. So we got that. Now let me tell you about BORTAC quickly. I just wanted to still read this to you in case you're interested. Like, who the hell are they? What's going on? What kind of capabilities do they have? It's not too long. So they said the Border Patrol Tactical Unit, because they've just joined today, and people are very excited about it on social media as well, right? The Border Patrol Tactical Unit provides an immediate response capability to emergent and high-risk incidents requiring specialized skills and tactics. BORTAC has a cadre full of full-time members and headquartered in El Paso, Texas, and non-full-time members dispersed throughout the United States. The teams can be called upon to deploy immediately when needed. So obviously they needed them. Now they're like, okay, come and help us, right? So they're joining. The unit is unique in that it conducts training and operations both in the United States and in other countries in furtherance of the U.S. Border Patrol's mission. BORTAC also trains and equips sector special operations detachments that provide sector chief patrol agents with the same specialized rapid response capability in their responsive areas of responsibility. The unit was created in 1984 to serve a civil disturbance function and in response to rioting at legacy immigration and naturalization service detention facilities. It quickly evolved and acquired additional skill sets in high-risk warrant service, intelligence, reconnaissance and surveillance, foreign law enforcement, border patrol capacity, air mobile operations, maritime operations, and precision marks or man or observer. BORTAC is unique in that it provides a global response capability. The unit has conducted training and operations with foreign and domestic law enforcement and military entities throughout the United States and around the world, including support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. BORTAC selection and training course was designed to mirror aspects of the U.S. Special Operations Forces selection courses. The grueling BSTC, which may last over a month, begins with a physical testing involving push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, and a 1.5-mile run and a pistol qualification. Candidates who pass the initial testing, it's like boot camp, right, must then complete a timed 6-mile ruck march with a weighted pack. Additional testing is performed for swimming, treading water, and downproofing. What are we hearing? Obviously, these guys are highly trained, a tactical unit, special forces. They can go in the water. They can go deeper into the woods. They're ready. They can stay out there. I read somewhere for 72 hours at a time. I think they'll stay there longer. They'll take shifts and have teams and be in the woods there, I'm sure, right? Tasso said, what time did they say they were going to do the capture? I have things to do. You know what, Tasso, I'd also like to know. So what time was that capture you're going to do again? Can you let us know? Thanks. We'd love to know. Okay, so we're talking about their training. After completing the entire testing phase, candidates undergo weeks of intense training in small unit tactics, operational planning, advanced weapon skills, defensive tactics, and air mobile operations. Before graduating and putting the BORTAC wings on their uniforms, candidates must demonstrate the ability to function in a team environment under stress and sleep deprivation conditions. BSTC graduates then will return to their respective sectors and work alongside other operators while learning advanced techniques in weapons and tactics. The point of that is they can at least kind of get in the killer's shoes, if you know what I mean. The escaped convicted killer, because he's now out there surviving in the woods and creeping around. These guys can do that too. They can, they're going to plonk them there and wait. Line up and wait, everyone. Where is he? Try to spot him, right? Lissa, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I don't know why on day 8 now, but I guess it's all about finances too and resources and the severity of the search. They haven't found him yet after 8 days. Okay, this one, are we coming back or what are we doing now? Wait, where are you? Where are you? I also wanted to look here at this Chester County Prison. Let's quickly go here. Chester County Prison. I was actually zooming over here. The ABC helicopter was over this area a lot today, the Chester County Prison. And people were speculating about it, what if he goes back there? Imagine if he's like, what? I never escaped, I'm back. Yeah, never gonna happen. But, it was interesting to see. So when I look at this overhead view, if we look at it like this, let's make it 3D. Okay, I was thinking, based on the video we saw, I think it would be this area here, right? Tell me if you agree. Do you think it's this one here? Because I saw them checking the fence as well afterwards just to make sure there wasn't a hole in the fence or something. Or maybe it's here. There's also these two areas. But I think it's here or here. And I just have a feeling it's this area that he escaped from. So they say he, shimmied up there. We watched it. climbed on the roof. So maybe, we don't know how far he would have run on this roof. Probably this way, right? And then jumped down. And off he went. And whoever was in the tower, there was someone in the tower, didn't see it or whatever. And they said it's now criminal investigation. So that's interesting as well. Whether they turned a blind eye or really didn't see it, or they were napping, or I don't know what they were doing. Yeah. They didn't see it, unfortunately. Peter Pronzo, Harlem Raider, said no surrender on his part. He'll probably not be taken alive. I know, right? They're like already asking, where's he going to go? What's he going to do? And they did say a state correctional facility. He's not going back to the Chester County Prison. So no matter what, he's not going back there. So, yes. Okay. Brian said Longwood is a town. Longwood Gardens is a horticultural park, and they own several properties in that area. The sightings are on the property, but not within the park. Thank you so much for that local knowledge. Always appreciate it very much. Okay. So, what do you think? Don't you think it could be here? And if so, he would have climbed up like he did, gotten through the barbed wire, maybe with whatever he had in his pants at the back there, like put it over his arm so he could get through the barbed wire, because that's what they reinforced the area with. Gone through the barbed wire, probably hurt himself a little bit. People saying from that photo from the deer cam that it looks like he has a bandage or something. Let me know. I've shown you that a few times before as well. Kathleen R said, see the red brick structure. Oh, are we talking about the tower now or what? This? I don't know if it's that. Thank you so much, Kathleen. I'm thinking it's here, right? Okay. So, yeah, I don't think he's heading back there. But it's interesting that people were saying he could be heading back there. I've still got Waterglen Drive up here. I just want to see where they're going as well. There's so many things to do. There's so many things to monitor all at the same time. My goodness. I'm just making sure we've gone over our little checklist over all the information that we want to see. Okay?
Graph and description of Cavalcante.
No, not again. We want to see the post now. Let's see. Post. Are they going to put anything up here for us? Anything new? Scarlett said it looked like he had a bandage in the prison pic. Maybe we need to look at that again. Okay, so Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant, sorry for saying police chief, but Lieutenant Colonel George Bevan speaks on the search of Danelo Cavalcante. $20,000 reward. Lots of new tip. I don't know why they didn't speak about this, because there's lots of new tip links and lines and information, so make sure you also go and monitor it on the Chester County District Attorney's page, okay? So we've got that, and then, I mean, I guess I could show you a few things. Hold on one second. It would be this one. This guy, my word, can't believe he's still creeping around out there. So we've got this picture. Let's just see. Karen said, any recent sightings? They said there was one today, is what the Lieutenant Colonel said. And that must have been in that Longwood Gardens area, because they're really searching there a lot today. Okay. I don't know. Tell me if you can see a bandage or not. Do you or no? Let's also make sure that here we go to Kendall. I'm just, while you're looking at that and telling me, I'm just making a little map for you guys quickly. And then this can go somewhere there. Okay. I'm just sort of making a perimeter for you again. Yes, in that pic, it says open fear. I mean, it does look like a hard line, yeah? It does look like a... Stefan's like, there is a bandage. Do you think he got it at Walmart? No, it does look like one, right? Now, how does he get a bandage? So he must have hurt himself. He must have hurt himself getting out of there, huh? Yes, I did time it yesterday. It took 11 seconds to get off camera. So it could have been... Even that, they said there's something like 160 cameras monitoring. Somebody must have looked away for 11 seconds and not seen that happening. And then the person in the tower also missed it. Wow. Thank you. You guys are also saying there's a bandage on his hand. Okay. Let me just quickly correct this. I just want to do this again. 1, 2. I want to show you the perimeter again. Something like that. Okay. Vera, we've gone over this many times. On all the records in the USA, it's Danelo with the E. I know the Brazilian spelling is Danilo. I'm very aware of that. But he either changed the spelling of his own name when he crossed the border illegally and went to America, or all the systems and all the courts in America, including at his trial, have it wrong. You know what I mean? Even all the flyers and everything they're sharing is Danelo. So I'm going with what they're going with. I wouldn't be like, I'm going to spell it differently, you know, because they spell it differently in Brazil where he's from. I totally understand that. But everything, even on his inmate record, is Danelo. Danelo Souza Cavalcante. Okay, you guys are like, definitely a bandage on his wrist. Let's look at this as well. Yeah, that's it. I mean, a belly full, bandage on. Damn, mosquitoes must really be biting him like that. And it's interesting how when he first walked, because if you remember from yesterday's presentation, we looked at all the sightings, right? So check it out. If you missed it, it's all timestamped for you. But he actually first walked northward, and then he turned around and went south again. So, meaning he walked one way, dressed like this, and turned around and walked another way with the sweater and everything off, which might just be him getting hot from walking a lot, or is he trying to look like different, or what? You know what I mean? Imagine if he's like, oh, when I go past again, I'm going to look so damn different. Wow. Stefan said he got a false ID in Puerto Rico, probably changed Danilo to Danilo. Probably. I mean, he must have, because how did they not, in all those DV incidents, and the protection order and everything, I mean, it went to the police and to the courts, I believe. How did they not pick up that he was an illegal immigrant, wanted for murder in Brazil? An active arrest warrant, right? Wow. Okay, so we've got that. Now, let's do this again. It's sort of the perimeter. Rough view. I just quickly, yesterday we mapped it out perfectly. Here's this Hillendale, actually. So, Hillendale. Let's go to Hillendale. Wait. Hillendale Road. I just want to see where the school is as well. Hillendale. So, this is Hillendale Road from there. And then from there, we want to go choose on the map. Let's just put it over here. God, come on. Why can't you go around there? From here. Hello. Go there. Kind of like that. Kind of. Is the perimeter they're looking at. Okay? Damn map wasn't prepared today. Yeah, Valerie says maybe he's lost. Emily Brack said, gee, the bandage is seen that in this picture too. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, I think for today, I think I've gone over everything I wanted to go over with you. We looked at this from the new reward and everything. Danilo, this is from Crime Watch Pennsylvania. We looked at the flights that they're going over, and we'll continue to look. I'm now quickly going to go on to X, okay, which is Twitter, formerly. I'm going to look what updates there are before I go, because you just never know what's happening there. Maybe there's something to watch there. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so Lily Jewel said, Gizla, there's a clearer picture of the bandage on the Facebook page of the jail. Oh, very interesting. On the Facebook page of the jail, you say? Chester County Prison? Chester County Prison. Let's see. I'm looking. It's all white right now. Chester County. I don't know. There's a district attorney's office. What's going on here? January 23rd. Can you send me the link to that? That would be great. Can't see it here. Can't see. Oh, you mean? Do you mean the Chester County district attorney's? It might be that you're actually referring to that in the pictures. That's where I got the pictures from, though. That's where the pictures are from. So Precy said, were you watching Nick's cam last night? Did you see the plane flying around with no lights? I did. I was watching all of those streams. So they did share some photos over here. They shared this that we've looked at a few times now. And just for anyone who missed it earlier, if you look at the reflection there, it's a basketball. It's not him jumping off on the other side, which is also why I showed the map from overhead. There's no jumping off on the other side there, especially not that quick. So it's the reflection from the basketball court. Yes, and some of the pictures that they shared, the flyer is there, is actually here. These are the same pictures. It's actually small here. I downloaded all of them, and I put that in that presentation for you. Okay, here's escape photo. Okay, we've already looked at that a few times. So feel free to go and look at all of those streams I've already done. we already agree that it looks like he has a bandage on his hands. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Okay, so now, one more thing. Let's just quickly look what's happening on X. I'm just going to quickly refresh it and show you what's latest. So what you can do is go to, it's still twitter.com, even though apparently the platform's now called X, right? And you repost, not retweet or anything like that. And you go to latest. And then you can see what all is happening latest, okay? So here they say, PA State Police say there have been at least 8 sightings of Danelo Cavalcante, killer escapee on the run for a full week now after crab walking. They were like, he was crab walking out of the Chester County prison on the last day of August. Okay, so we have that. He's hanging in there. Oh my word. Look at this. It was an intense scene as searchers found him. Claimed he didn't kill his wife, then jumped out of it. Whoa, people just making memes and things now, right? Whoa, they say, hey, Danelo Cavalcante, behold your future. This is from the 1999, that Norman Johnston escape that we looked at yesterday. So if you missed that, okay, you got to check it out. You got to check it out. There's topographical maps, all sorts of things. So actually, I can't see anything really happening right now that's worth sharing. But I do follow everything on there, okay? Just so you know. Now, let me quickly listen to the scanner for a second. Maybe you guys also want to listen to it a little bit. Let's have a listen here. Nothing's happening. Nothing right now. There's just this. Look at that long. They're really focusing on that area, huh? They really are today. Look, if we zoom out as well. Whoa. Staying over this area all day. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Here's 381.
You see? We can hear the scanner together a little bit again. And say thanks as always, Grizzly to Crime. Great work. And thanks always, Super G Mods. Thanks to all in chat. Thank you so much, Anne. Alright. I will be back if there's more news. For now, there's not right now more news. I think I'm going to watch that press conference again. Just make sure we didn't miss anything. Process it, okay? And if there's...
E4-1, radio check.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on now. If there's anything, I will let you know. I mean, anything that's like worth having a live stream over, let's go live, let's look at it together and all of that, okay? I just want to quickly... I want to show you one thing, so just give me 1 second, okay? Okay, I'm back. Finally, this arrived in the mail today. Look how... Before I say goodbye, look how cute he is. Look, it's a little Grizzly True Crime bear. Can you see it properly? He's so cute. Oh my word, with his little shirt on and everything. This is like from our new store now. I just wanted to show you because it finally arrived and he's just adorable. Heather's like, Fritz? No, not Fritz. This one. I don't know what it's called yet, but yes. So lots of people are ordering this now. So we're all going to have matching ones. So I've got one now too, okay? So yes. Okay, so I'm going to continue to monitor what's happening with the flights. I'm going to keep listening to the scanner. I'll keep monitoring what everyone on social media is doing. There's another YouTuber that's also out there now. We've got Nick the Hat out there doing lots of live streams and things. So I'll be monitoring all of that. So if you see me there, I don't generally chat there. I just lurk because I'm generally doing other things at the same time and preparing things for you guys. But I listen and I can see when you share your little bear emojis and you're like, hi, G. Hello to all of you over there in advance. Okay. Thank you so much, mods. Thank you so much to all my patrons, members, everyone that supported the channel today with stickers and everything you do, you know. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. That was a lot of information again. Although what we really want to hear is this morning at 8:07 a.m. or whatever it may be. This morning at 3:52 a.m. we zoned in on, I'll be like, oh, and then I can't wait for that update. Right? I can't wait for that update. Come on, catch him today. Is it today? Or we're ending this live stream and then we hear they captured him. That'll be amazing. You know, I'll be back in a flash. Okay, so I will chat to you all again later. Stay safe. If you are in the area, keep your eyes peeled. As you can see, throughout that whole perimeter, including this Longwood Gardens area as well. Check it out, okay? Make sure you share the flyer and all the information because you just don't know who isn't watching, like true crime or the news or coverage, you know. Maybe they just don't pay attention to the news and things like that. Please just keep, you can even print out the flyers and share it around there. Okay, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.